Hi, welcome back. I'm Janine Driver. I'm whispering because it is 3:10 a.m. 3:10 a.m. But I have to finish this analysis of Jussie Smollett. All right, here's the deal. This is 7 levels of reading and influencing human behavior. This is video 4 of 4. So if you've missed 1, 2, and 3, it doesn't matter the order. You can go back and see them. Check it out. There's different content in each one that I think you'll find valuable. Not just analyzing Jussie Smollett, but how do you use this with your friends, your family, your finances to keep everybody safe and to make smarter choices. And in work, how do you use it to understand and decode and persuade others, and how are other people using it on you? So once you're able to spot what I call these nonverbal objections, it begins to change your game, man, and you have a completely different life. And this is stuff I was taught by, special agents at ATF and Dr. Paul Ekman, who studied the microexpressions, and J.J. Newberry, a human lie detector, and Jim Kavanaugh, that was instrumental in bringing down the DC snipers and the Unabomber and saved children from Waco, Texas. And the list goes on and on and on. I have had amazing teachers and mentors, and just like they taught me, I can teach you. So I'm so excited you're here on YouTube. Be sure to like it and follow me. I have a new show coming out. My name is Janine Driver. The show will be online here called Celebrity Lie Detector. So if you have something, I don't know why I became like so dorky, Celebrity Lie Detector. By the way, if you've noticed, I've been doing a lot of social media recently. I partnered up with a social media company. Why am I so angry? All these videos I'm doing, I'm like, and if you, and but, I'm like super intense and angry. I think it's because I'm doing these things at like 3:11 a.m. in the morning. I have 3 kids, a full-time job. I run a business. I need to do these things in the morning. My decision battery is up higher, so I'm less aggressive. So I'm trying to smile throughout this. I'm so psyched you guys are here. Let's finish up the analysis of Jussie Smollett. If you have not been following along, bottom line is this guy's lying through his teeth. He said that he was attacked January 31st outside of Chicago. The whole thing's been planned, guys. He's about to go to jail probably this week, at least go to court, that's for sure. And he offered to pay these 2 friends of his who were also on the same show that he was on, same TV show, $3,500, and then it was all done. $500. They did a whole run through. They did practices. The guy must have wrote a script. This is what I'm thinking. So last but not least, we're going into level 3, deception, with regard to statement analysis. These are the words people use. They betray us. And I'm also going to talk to you about how can we stay connected here. My new show, Celebrity Lie Detector, will launch March 2019. So follow me if you're not already following me. All right. This is just a PowerPoint. This is not the show. This is a teaser for the show. It's a PowerPoint I'm throwing together. I've been working on it all weekend. Friday night, I did a Facebook Live saying this guy Jussie's a liar. And so I thought I'd follow up. So I created this killer PowerPoint for you guys. All right, let's explore statement analysis. Before we dive in, if you've been following along, you know there's 7 levels of reading and influencing human behavior. And for this series with Jussie Smollett, we've been talking about phases 1, 2, and 3, stages 1, 2, and 3. Cognition, which is the brain and body talking together. Traditional body language. Emotion, the 7 universal emotions. We already did that. I think that was in video 3, maybe. Yeah, the last one I just did, 3 of 4. And then, of course, it all ties into deception, which we'll be doing here. Deception with regard to statement analysis is a term that was created by a guy named Mark McCullish. Other people call it different things. How we can stay together and work together is some other free ways you could work with me. I just wanted to show you I've given 4 TED Talks, TEDx Talks, not TED. And they're all on YouTube, so you can go to YouTube. This was my first one. I just took these screenshots right now, so how to see what password drives you nuts. I don't know why a lot of people haven't watched that. I've lost 100 pounds since these 2, by the way. So how to see what password drives you nuts. This one, the cooperation paradigm, dumbest name ever, right? I should have just said how to think like a hostage negotiator to get your kids to cooperate or something like that. But how to get people to listen and cooperate. I wish I could take this part off, the cooperation paradigm. Anyway, I'm shocked this isn't watched by a lot. The concepts in here are great. I don't like these 2 TED Talks for the purposes that I had to memorize the speech, every word. So they're a little robotic, but you could check it out. You'll get some content from there that could be valuable for sure. Then this one's like going crazy viral, guys. It's been up for like 3.5 weeks, 4 weeks, and it's been watched by 298,772 people. That's insane. How 5 simple words can get you what you want, which really are 3 simple words, not 5, because there wasn't going to be enough time. As is, I went, like 23 minutes. A TED Talk's supposed to be under 18. And then last but not least, this one is not on YouTube. It's on my Facebook page because I did a Facebook Live, how to get exactly what you want by reading the body language of murderers. And the theme was thinking outside the box. This is the best talk I've given in my entire life. I've been a keynote speaker for, 17, 20 years. Hands down, best talk I've ever given in my life. That's going to go crazy viral, that one, like 25 million. So anyway, check it out. This is all free content for you guys to check it out. Life-changing. And, let me know what you think. If you don't like it, then move on to the next one. All right. Jussie Smollett. Here we go. Level 3, deception, statement analysis.
I turned around and I said, did you just say to me, I mean, I see the attacker masked. I turned around and I said, did you just say to me, I mean, I see the attacker.
My eyes are getting tired here. You can see it's 3:30.
And I said, did you just say to me, I mean, I see.
All right. Do you know why I put this in here? I see the attacker. Here's the deal. It's not an attacker yet. And because this story is like, okay, you'll be the attacker. He's got this label. A truthful story would be like, I saw a guy approach me, he had a mask on, and the guy came over, and next thing you know, he's like punching me. At this point, he's not an attacker. And when we go back and we call stories, we go into the story and we recall them as if we were like there, right? But when we're not really there, things get weird like this. I see the attacker. Well, he's not an attacker. He's just a guy saying mean stuff, supposedly, with a mask on. So this guy comes over, he's saying weird stuff, and then he starts attacking me. But he already has the label attacker. Super suspicious right out of the gate.
There was a second person involved who was kicking me in my back. And then it just stopped.
And it all just went away.
There was a second person involved.
It all went away.
Who was kicking me in my back. And then it just stopped.
All right, first of all, we would never say the second person. You would say then some other guy came over, and you would not say involved. There was a second person involved. Involved? What? This is what we call minimizing language, and liars use minimizing language. It's like Bill Clinton said, I did not have sexual relations with that woman. It's minimizing, and this happens with all liars do it. As a matter of fact, in law enforcement, cops use minimizing language. Instead of saying like, why did you kill her? They'd say, I know you didn't mean to hurt her. Instead of saying, did you rape her? And they would say, did you force yourself on her? So it's minimizing language. It happens so we can get through some of the difficult times. By the way, look at the big smile that we see here at this end of that clip, which I've already talked about, I think in my first and in my second video here out of the series of the 4. So right here, there was a second person. We have this filler. Involved. Involved is like the biggie, man. I'll be talking about this in all my classes on detecting deception. Incidentally, I do a 5-day train the trainer class in Alexandria, Virginia. So if this stuff is your jam, and you love this and you want to become a body language expert, be sure to get in touch with me. Go to my website, celebrity.liedetector.com, and we'll connect you. Anyway, I think that's my husband. I'm waking him up at 3:30 in the morning, who's kicking me in the back. It just stopped. And then, so now there's 2 people beating him up. Somehow they get a noose on him. He doesn't feel a rope going around his neck, by the way. Come on. And then it just stopped. And then he's smiling like he got a special potion from the Shrek movie on how to get someone to fall in love with him. And then it just stopped. And I drank the potion and everyone loves me. And the world was a nicer place. This is ridiculous. This clip here is one of my favorites on deception.
And we started tussling. It was very icy. And we ended up tussling by the stairs.
All right, first of all, I talked about this in another video as well. So if you started here, make sure you go to all the other videos. Tussling is a written script word. It is not something someone says when they're getting their ass kicked. They don't say it's a tussle. And that we were tussling over here and over there. Tussling is what you do with who? With your 2 friends that from your show that you hired for $3,500 and said, I'll give you $500 when it all goes well, an extra $500. That's what you do. We'll do a little tussle. That's that minimizing language. No, he beat the crap out of me. And we started tussling. We implies a relationship. Instead of they started punching the crap out of me and I punched back. We implies a relationship. Super suspicious here. It's a relationship. Of course he knew these two people. And we started tussling, No, we don't know. We weren't there. That's just a filler. It was very icy and we ended up tussling by the stairs. The stairs implies there's significance on the stairs. We now know that this whole shtick was rehearsed in the stairs. I said this the other day when I heard the stairs. I was like, oh, this is something they talked about in advance. And they said, okay, you attack me over there by the stairs. And now all of a sudden in the story, the stairs becomes significant. Why? Because it was where they planned the attack. Otherwise, there's no reason to talk about the stairs here. We didn't hear the stairs anywhere else in this interview. It's not like he said, I walked down the stairs or Subway is next to these set of stairs. The stairs comes out of left field because it's something they talked about. It was significant in the prep, and it slides into his story right here. Bad liar. That was dorky that I did that. I don't know. It's 3:30 in the morning, guys. I'm punchy. Roger Clemens, remember this?
From the Mitchell report, quote, Clemens approached McNamee and for the first time brought up the subject of using steroids. Clemens said that he was not able to inject himself.
By the way, watch Roger Clemens nodding his head yes here.
McNamee injected Clemens approximately 4 times in the buttocks over a several-week period with
this.
Needles that Clemens provided. Each incident took place in Clemens' apartment. It never happened.
First of all, we got to watch that again because this is body language 101, man. What does Roger Clemens say? It never happened.
Clemens approached McNamee and for the first time brought up the subject of using steroids. Clemens said that he was not able to inject himself.
Watch, here comes some
and he asked for McNamee's help.
Yep, nod.
McNamee injected Clemens approximately 4 times in the buttocks over a several-week period with needles that Clemens provided. Each incident took place
Look at that.
in Clemens' apartment. It never happened.
Come on, Roger Clemens. It never happened again, minimizing language. Instead of saying what? Brian McNamee is a liar. We find, especially with celebrities on national television, they will not call someone a liar. Pay attention. If someone is saying blah, blah, blah is a liar, they may be, in fact, a liar. I don't know if it's like a defamation of character thing or what, but for some reason, celebs and famous people, when they go on TV like this, they don't say Brian McNamee is a liar. They'll say he's not telling the truth. That didn't happen. How do I prove a negative? Roger Clemens said in this interview with Mike Wallace. How do I prove a negative? Meaning, how do I get people to believe me that I'm telling the truth? Yeah, so it comes out weird, right? So it never happened. Instead of saying what? Brian McNamee is a liar. I didn't do it. He's a liar. It never happened is what we call a weak denial. Look at this one. And I did not see anything except the second look at this, mumbo jumbo, right? So he starts off saying, and I did not see anything except the second person I saw running away. And the first person, I saw his stature. I gave the description as best as I could. So again, this is like this disclaimer, like, hey, I did the best that I could to cover up for what he said initially with his initial description. From what I understand, he said it was a couple white guys that attacked him. It's just stirring the pot here. In fact, it was 2 African-American guys. So I did not see anything. So I didn't see anything except the second person. We hear this wishy-washy language and start-stop sentences, often with liars, where they'll start and they're going one direction. They stop and say, "Ooh, I don't want to go down there." So I did not see anything except the second person I saw running away. And the first person, I saw his stature. I pause. He didn't pause. I mean, he paused. He didn't say pause. Here we go. Let's just watch it. The best I could.
I did not see anything except the second person I saw running away. And the first person, I saw his stature. I gave the description as best as I could.
Yeah, because it's his two friends, so he doesn't want to get them in trouble. So he's like, I gave him the best that I could. I could only see the eyes. I didn't know what color eyes they were. They're wearing hoods and masks, and it's winter in Chicago. All this stuff, and he ends with a little smirk here. By the way, it's a little teeny bit of a smirk. All right, let's see what do we have next.
I did not see
I gotta get to bed.
anything except the second person I
Oh,
saw
this again.
running away.
He
And
totally
first
contradicts
person,
himself here, by the way.
Saw his stature. I gave the description as best as I could.
Ugh, it makes me not like him at this point. This is the worst. I respect too much the people who I am now one of those people who have been attacked in any way. You do such a disservice when you lie about things like this. Tell me about it, dude. I'll be turning that into a GIF tomorrow. That's my project on my to-do list tomorrow. This particular line, you do such a disservice when you lie about things like this. It'll probably go crazy viral. Here's the deal. I respect too much the people who I am now one of those people. Here, you're going to see him smiling. We see this in episode 2 of my series right here with Jussie Smollett, series 2 of the 4, video 2 of the 4. He's so excited that he's now one of these people. And also, he gives this disclaimer that he doesn't need to give. You just, right here. I'm now one of those people who have been attacked in any way. This is the part we don't need. It could be just, I'm one of these people who have been attacked. Adding in any way is, I think, the truth coming out right here, because our brain wants us to tell the truth. It doesn't want us to lie. And sometimes the truth sneaks out like this. So in any way, like, even if they we staged it and it was a script, I was still cut up and put a noose around my head, I still had to experience that. So in any way, it's weird. It's unnecessary there. You do such a disservice when you lie about things like this. What I want to point out here is you, instead of I would never, and I am not lying about this. I would do a huge disservice to the community I'm a part of if I did something like that. I would do a huge disservice, but we don't see I, you. And when we use you instead of an I or a we or us, you is distancing, right? So it's creating some distance. And the only time we should use you is when it's common to mankind, where we could all be part of it. You do such a disservice. Let's listen to him.
I respect too much the people who I am now one of those people who have been attacked in any way. You do such a disservice when you lie about things like this.
You. He's talking to himself. He needs to get that guy a mirror stat. Where is a mirror when you need one? Why am I talking like this? Because I'm exhausted.
Too much the people who I am now one of those people. I'm now one of those people. I'm now one of those people. I'm now one of those people.
I'm now one of these people. He's so excited. He's so excited, right? You see that? Oh my gosh, it's ridiculous. All right, right here, I respect too much the people. Oh, yeah, we already saw this. I want to show you Nixon. And now this is Nixon with the Frost interviews. I don't know if you remember this. And Nixon smiles here. So people think that he's lying because it's duping delight, but he's owning it. This is as close as it gets to a confession. I think his smile here is out of embarrassment. And the reason I think we see Nixon smile out of embarrassment is because he's like, I'm so disgusted. I've let down my friends. I've let down the American public. I've let down so many people who want to make a difference. And you see this disgust in himself. And what I want you to notice here is the word I. He could have very easily, Nixon said, when you're the president of the United States of America, you make mistakes and you let people down. You let down your American public. You let down your friends. You let down, and he could do the use and create some distance. But we don't see Nixon doing that, and we don't hear him doing that. We hear him saying the I's. This is him falling on the sword. As close as it got to the confession is right here. I want you to notice the difference versus what we hear with Jussie. You do such a disservice when you lie about things like that.
I respect too much the people who I am now one of those people who have been attacked in any way. You do such a disservice when you lie about things like this.
Yeah, you do.
I'm sorry. I just hope I haven't let you down.
Watch the smile.
What I said,
Here's the smile.
I haven't let you down.
But see sadness? Look.
I said, well, I had.
Look, see? We see sadness right out of the gate.
Friends.
I let down my friends.
country.
I let down the country.
I let down our system of government.
Disgust. Look at
Dreams of
disgust.
all those young people that ought to get
Contempt
into
a little.
government who think it's
Disgust.
all too corrupt and the rest. Most of all,
He's exhausted.
I
Crossed.
let down
He's biting his lip like, yes.
I would have had for 2.5 more years to pursue.
Disgust. Look at this. Anger and disgust.
Great
That lip gets tight, pursed lips, anger.
projects and programs for building a lasting peace.
He's disgusted.
In my dream, as you know, from our first
Smile
interview in
here.
1968, before I had any thought I might even win that year. I didn't tell you I didn't think I might win, but I wasn't sure.
Do you see how the emotions overlap here? This is what I was talking in an earlier video with you guys
I
about.
let the American.
This is what I'm saying. So liars have trouble. It's next to impossible to overlap the emotions, where truthful people, the emotions come slowly and they disappear slowly, or they'll overlap, or all of those things. So you see Nixon, he has disgust and he has anger about himself, but then we see him smile, and you see that this threading happening. They overlap so smoothly that you watch him and you kind of smile with him, like, wow, yeah, he really let people down, man. And you're with him on that overlapping. And this is really hard for liars to do. And that's why it comes across as very, like, one door is closed. I am happy and I am angry, which we see here. Watch again with just Jussie, where he's like, and I am now one of those people. And then he goes right to rage instead of the smooth overlapping of the two. Okay, watch this.
I respect too much the people who I am now one of those people who have been attacked in any way.
And they're attacked in any way.
You do such a disservice when you lie about things like this.
Okay, now it's like anger, right? Where we have Nixon here. We'll finish him up.
People down. And I have to carry that burden with me for the rest of my life.
Okay, do you feel this? Do you feel the vibe? Look at the sadness right there on Nixon.
That's it all.
I had.
I let down my
A
friends.
little smirk there. I think it's out of embarrassment.
I let down.
Down, because he's owning it. He's not saying you're a president, you do the best you can, you let people down.
I let down our system.
Look at disgust and anger right here.
Dreams of all those young people that ought to get into government.
But a little smirk. Disgust again. See how they thread together?
Most of all.
Exhaustion. That's me right now.
Opportunity that I would have had for
here comes a little
2.5
smile.
more years to pursue.
Anger.
Great
splash of contempt. Pursed lips.
Projects and programs for building a lasting peace, which has been my dream.
Now happiness.
From our first interview in 1968.
See, they all thread together with Nixon. It's not like this and then this and then this. Anyway, I thought that you might find that valuable. Hopefully you find it as interesting as I do, because you can tell I'm excited about it.
Want to call the police?
You know, there's a level of pride there. We live in a society.
Atrocious. So why did you hesitate to call the police? Because he hesitated, right? Look at the answer. This is the answer to that question. And I don't even know. He doesn't come out flat out and say it. It's implied that it's his ego, right? But here's the deal. Why did you hesitate to call the police? My ego got in the way. I was nervous. I was worried. Like, own it. I or my. But we don't do that. He doesn't do that. We don't see that. It's, watch this. There's a level of pride there. We live in a society where as a gay man, you are considered somehow to be weak, and I'm not weak. I'm not weak. And we as a people are not weak. So, I can accept that there's pride there. There's also privacy. At the end of the day, look what has happened. Look what has happened. So I'm glad Frank called the police. I'm glad that we reported it. During that time before they came, meaning the police, it took them about a half hour to come. What? Governor Sanford did this same mumbo jumbo. It's all these unnecessary words to just simply say, I think my ego got in the way, or I was worried about this, being very direct. He's not. These are all big Mac Daddy smokescreen stalling techniques happening right here. It's unbelievable. It's textbook. Literally, I'll write about this in a book one day. Here we go.
Where
Let's start over.
Did you hesitate to want to call the police?
Why'd you hesitate?
There's a level of pride there. We live in a society where, as a gay man, you were considered somehow to be weak. And I'm not weak. I'm not weak.
But you are a bad
As
liar.
people are not weak. So I mean, I can accept that there was pride there. There's also privacy. You know, at the end of the day,
Fake sadness.
look what has happened. You know, look.
By the way, there's a reason why we have an ear, nose, and throat doctor. They're all connected. So that's fake sadness. He brought out some tears. That's the best acting I think we saw through the whole entire interview. And even that was lousy. Terrible.
Has happened. So I'm glad that Frank called the police. I'm glad that we reported it during that time before they came. Took them about maybe half an hour to come. And during that time, I was looking at myself, just like checking myself out. I saw the bruise on my neck, you know, like the little, the rope burn around my neck. And then I smelled bleach. I know the smell of bleach. And I saw on my sweatshirt.
So let's back this up. So he sees a rope burn on his neck, but while he was in the scuffle and the second person came over and left 2 seconds later, he didn't feel a rope go on his neck, but there's a mark. So wait a minute. So someone put a noose over your neck and pulled it to leave a mark, but you never felt anything on your throat, but there was a mark. See, these things don't add up. I mean, just the actual story doesn't add up, let alone all the deceptions, the hot spots on top of it all. I don't even know if I can get through this. It's so long.
It had marks on it, like spots on it, when you have a bad bleach job. So then I was like, there's bleach on me too. So when the police came, I kept the clothes on. I kept
no emotion, no affect.
So you had the rope on the entire time.
I mean, it wasn't like wrapped around, but yeah, it was around because I wanted them to see.
He leaves the rope on in the clothes with bleach for 30 minutes until the cops come. What? He should have Googled, like, how to tell a lie and not suck at telling a lie. Literally, like, this is going to be a movie, man. It's unbelievable. We're going to make a documentary on this. If anyone from CNN, Fox, any of the networks, NBC, call me, CBS, ABC. I need to talk. I need to weigh in on this. I remember this guy, I just brought him up, Governor Sanford. Here he is. I put him in here. Same mumbo jumbo. This is the guy that cheated on his wife and went to Argentina, but he said he was hiking, but he was really up with his mistress.
I guess where I'm trying to go with this is that there are moral absolutes, and God's law indeed is there to protect you from yourself, and there's consequences if you break that.
What? Same thing. It's like mumbo jumbo going all over the place. As a matter of fact, this little speech about God's law is about to protect you of yourself, and the biggest law of all laws is the law. He does this double talk. It's just stalling techniques to avoid answering the question. Remember, our brain doesn't want us to lie. Lies, yeah. Guys, you know what this means? It means it's over. This was it. I hope you enjoyed all 4 stages of the analysis of how I knew Jussie Smollett was not only a bad actor, but a bad liar. My name's Janine Driver. I'm your new celebrity lie detector. If you have someone else you want me to weigh in on, be sure to let me know below. Follow me here on social media. I'm also on all of the platforms, so check me out, Janine Driver, Body Language Expert, and future show right here. And if you didn't catch it earlier, these are my 4 TED Talks. You can go to TED.com. I'm not on TED.com. Let's back that up. So you can go to YouTube and put in Janine Driver TEDx, and you'll see these 4 talks: how to see what drives you, see past what drives you nuts, how to get people to listen and cooperate, 5 simple words to get you on. This is the one that's going like hotcakes. It's going to hit 1 million within the next 2 months, which is going to be really cool. And then this one's going to hit 25 million when it launches. This won't be up for 3 months, but it's on my Facebook Live. So follow me on Facebook, how to get exactly what you want by reading The Body Language of Murderers. My name's Janine Driver. Thanks for spending your time with me. Literally, we were together all night long. My husband's going to be like, who are you talking to? I'm like, the world, 3:39 a.m. I'm exhausted. I'm on mommy duty in the morning, guys. And I've got little kids. My youngest is 4, so I'm off to get 3 hours sleep, if that. My name's Janine Driver. I love you. Thanks for listening in. I'm so tired. Goodbye. Bye, everybody.